Hello, I am Antonia Kilian. I am the director of The Other Side of the River, and I'm sending you greetings from Germany. I was living for 1 year in northeast Syria in the Kurdish areas that are called Rojava to work on this film. I went there because I had many questions about the women's revolution, and I wanted to make a film about the young woman and trying to find out how the politics of the Kurdish women's movement gives some autonomy and an open space for a young woman to live a self-determined life. So I went there and I did 1 month research until I found the protagonist of my movie, Hala, and I immediately connected with her quite intensely and knew from the very first conversation that I want to follow her. It had many reasons. One reason was that I felt an urgent need from Hala to share her story with me. She felt really comfortable in front of the camera, and so I felt comfortable to film her. And I was really impressed by her charisma, by her beauty, by her aliveness and happiness. And this was like in a big contrast for me to her story. She had just escaped from her parents, from her family home, because her father wanted to marry her off to a man that she did not want to marry. And she just arrived to the police force where I met her in this academy, in the training academy, 3 weeks ago. So I felt like wow when I realized that she just arrived, that she was not a very experienced fighter, that she just like had decided to leave her family behind and take this step in her life. So I decided to follow her, and I followed her for 1 year. Hala comes from a city that is called Minbij, that is on the other side of the river, on the west side of the Euphrates. And this city was controlled by the Islamic State, by Daesh, for 3 years. And when the Kurdish military, the Syrian Democratic Forces, arrived to the city, they liberated it from ISIS and took over the control there. And exactly this was the moment when Hala ran away from her family, joined the military forces, and I met her. Our very first conversation is also in the movie. It's when we are sitting in the grass, and in the end Hala is telling, if you would stay longer, I would tell you my whole story. So I decided to stay longer and follow her life in the academy, in the training, in her education, and then also later in her police work, how she's working together with other women who experience domestic and patriarchal violence, and how she is supporting them. And then ultimately also with her own family that she had escaped from. For me, it is and was very important to be as open as possible to the people and to the situation, and trying to judge as little as possible, and to show a situation that is quite complex, full of contradictions, full of pain, but also full of hope. And I hope that you can connect with the movie, can connect with the protagonist Hala, and take also away something after watching the film. And if you like, you can of course contact me. There is a homepage of the movie that is called www.theothersideoftheriver.com, or you also can find me in social media, in Facebook or in Instagram. And I'm very happy to answer your questions or to connect with you if you want. So thank you so much for watching the film, and all the best. Thank you. Goodbye.